Appeals is 7 p.m., August the 12th. Would the staff determine a quorum?
Dr. Keene.
Here.
Mr. Clarino.
Here.
Mr. Plummer. Here. Mr. Buller.
Here.
Mr. Bunkevist. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to the next item, approval of minutes from July 8th, 2025. Do we have a motion or comments?
Motion for approval of minutes from July 8th, 2025.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. We have to do this by voice vote since we have somebody, by roll call since we have somebody remote. So please call a roll.
Dr. Keene.
Yes.
Mr. Clarino.
Yes.
Mr. Plummer.
Yes.
Mr. Buller.
Yes.
Minutes are approved.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the items of business. First item of business is 2506-VS-08, which requires a public hearing. Petitioner, and who's going to be Weston tonight?
It will be, I'll go ahead and review the rules of procedure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. So for all petitions, tonight's meeting has the following structure. The department will summarize the petition and then describe what action, if any, is necessary to be taken. Then the petitioner will be given up to 15 minutes to present to the board. The president will open a public hearing. Individuals will be given 3 minutes to speak. Those representing a group will be given 5 minutes to speak. Only one member of the group will be given 5 minutes to speak. And for efficiency purposes, we ask that those representing a group speak first. The public hearing will be closed when all interested members of the audience have had a chance to be heard and all emails received during the meeting have been provided to board members, and the petitioner will then have a chance to respond to comments. The board will follow with any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the petition. Please do not disrupt the proceedings in any way. If you need to have a private discussion, we ask that you please quietly exit the room. Please silence your devices at this time, and if you must answer them, then please quietly exit the room. If you're attending in person and wish to speak in regards to a petition scheduled for a public hearing, please fill out the list over here next to Ryan once the public hearing is opened by the president. If you're not attending in person, comments regarding a petition should be emailed to planners@westfield.in.gov with the petition name or number included in the subject line, and those comments will be forwarded to board members and the petitioner. During your comments, please state your name and address into the microphone for the record, and we ask that you not repeat previously stated comments. Your presentation will be timed, and you will be advised when there is approximately 30 seconds remaining. We would like to remind everyone to please speak directly into the microphone so your comments can be put onto the record. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll move on to the next item, and I do see Weston out there right now, so you're up.
Yep, thank you, President, members of the board. For the record, Weston Rogers with the Community Development Department. The item before you this evening is a variance of development standard request for 2045 West 166th Street. This is located within the agriculture single-family rural zoning district, and the property in question is roughly 3.5 acres in size. The petitioner is here this evening to request 2 variances of development standard. So we have the site plan pulled up here. So just a brief overview. The first request is to permit 2 individual principal buildings to be located on the property to be used for residential purposes. So you'll see on this map, there's an existing principal building, which is a residence, and then there's the additional building on the southern end of the property, which is an accessory building. And the petitioner intends to utilize that for residential purposes as well. So that's the first request. The second request is to permit the encroachment of 15 feet into the 30-foot minimum side yard building setback line. This request would rectify an existing legal non-conforming condition on the property. So really just a cleanup exercise there. This item does require a public hearing tonight, which has been properly noticed and advertised. To date, staff has received no public comments related to this petition. The petitioner is here this evening and plans to just provide a very brief overview of the request. Following that, both the petitioner and staff are available to answer any questions, should the board have any tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Petitioner wish to make a presentation?
Hello, gentlemen. My name is Timothy Hunter, and I'm speaking on behalf of the subject here, 2045 West 166th Street. Really just we're looking to take the existing dwelling that's there on the property and make it into a residential place for my family. We're looking just to be able to support the land here with my with the homeowner, my dad, Scott Fry, and just be able to, just live in it. We did have conversations with the individuals that are around the area. Didn't feel there was any worry and pushback on that, but we did have the conversations already. So, any other questions?
Not at this time, I don't think. We'll go move to the public hearing, and then we'll see if we have questions.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. Thanks.
So this time, we will have a public hearing on this matter. I will open the public hearing, and there is the online opportunity for anybody who might want to email in a comment, and they'll monitor that. So I will open the hearing at 7:06. With no comments?
We have
I will
not.
I will close the public hearing at 7:07. Board members, any questions of the petitioner? No questions? No questions of staff? Okay, then. Oh, Larry, did you have a question?
Yeah, a couple of real quick things here. In the staff report, it's showing the public hearing date was June 10th, 25. Is that an error? First paragraph under procedural.
That would be an error, yes.
Okay.
Apologies for that. The petitioner originally submitted this petition a few months ago. We've worked diligently with the petitioner to get this on the docket, so that's just an error on my behalf.
Okay.
But it was, yeah, I can confirm that it was properly noticed and advertised, though, for this meeting date.
Okay, perfect. The other question I have is more of a really, truly a procedural one. UDO Article 6.4B states, the Unified Development Ordinance states that there shall not be more than one resident per principal building for a lot. Would it make sense to subdivide this into two separate lots? And this is a question. I don't know. It seems like, right there it would disqualify the request.
Yeah, thank you for asking the question. As a staff, we actually met with the petitioner early on to discuss this as being an alternative. We sat down, we sketched out lot lines, and we could not come up with a logical way to subdivide this property without honestly creating more variances or more issues. So I appreciate the question, and this is the cleanest way that we could offer the petitioner to proceed with what you see in front of you here.
And this would be illegal. We legally can do this, correct?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a UDO
That's
standard.
all.
Yep.
Yep.
Larry, the attorney was shaking her head yes on your question.
Okay.
Well, I guess to clarify, Larry, what your question about what the UDO standard is today versus the request, I mean, that's precisely the point why they're here. It's not permitted today, and that's what the request is.
Yep.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion on the item.
I'll make a motion to accept 2506-VS-08 with the following staff's recommendations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Dr. Keene,
Yes?
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr. Clarino,
Yes.
Mr. Plummer,
Yes.
motion carries.
Motion carries. I will now entertain a motion on findings of fact.
Motion to approve findings of fact for 2506 VS 08.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Dr. Keen?
Yes?
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Mr. Clarino?
Yes.
Mr. Plummer?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Has been approved.
That was painless, wasn't it? Okay, moving on to the next item. 2508-VU-03, 223 Jersey Street. We have to make permanent a temporary variance of use. And I see Lauren out there, so
Hello. Good evening, members of the board. I will open my location map here. Maybe. Oh, thank you. Well, you can do that. All right. Good evening. For the record, Lauren Gillingham, TA with the Community Development Department. The item before you this evening is a request to extend an existing variance of use. This was issued in 2020 for Yellow Key Collaborative, a counseling and therapy office located at 223 Jersey Street, there on the screen. So south side of Jersey. I'm completely blanking on what it's across the street from, but it's on the south side of Jersey, and the Jersey 32 project was just approved across the street, which will soon redevelop that, almost that entire piece of land.
I think it's across from Sobzak's.
It's across from Subzak's
Yeah.
building
Yes.
as it exists today, yes.
Thank you. So a variance of use is necessary due to the fact that despite Jersey Street developing very nicely into a kind of a village commercial feel, it is still largely zoned multifamily, which does not permit office uses by right. Though now that we do have more of a vision for the Jersey Street, Park Street area, staff and city administration support extending the use variance indefinitely without a 5-year timer, as we required back in 2020. This item has been properly noticed and advertised. The department has received no comments. Josh and Kate Kniefel are here to say a few words and answer any questions if needed. Thank you.
thank you.
Hello, I am Kate Kneifel. Josh Kneifel. I just want to take a moment to say how grateful I am to have had the last 5 years to be in the center of Westfield and to receive the support from the community and the residents of Westfield for all the small businesses in that area, but specifically our small business. It has been a complete honor to be there. This spot is so perfect for us. It is wonderful to have clients come, and many of them stop by Rivet before session, or they go to Rivet after session, or they go to the library. The paths in the surrounding area have been wonderful. I do walk talk therapy, so it's been a nice place for us to utilize. We have been able to provide various community workshops, specifically around creative expression, art therapy types of things in the Collab Lab in the back. And I would just really love to continue to be a part of the community with our business.
We will move into a public hearing at this point in time, and then if we have any questions, we'll direct them towards you. With that, I will open the public hearing on this item at 7:14 PM.
Do you have like a graduation program, like where you graduate, people that are going through therapy? I'm just curious,
Yeah, that's a really good question. And, rituals and rites of passage is definitely something that we talk about in session, but we don't have a set graduation that we do. But, you are highlighting the importance of ritual and marking, you know, beginnings and endings and transitions, and that is something that we do.
We have not received any comments.
No items? Emailed in, okay, I'll close the public hearing now at 7:15. I don't have a question, I do have a comment, though. You need to direct your clients to Becky also to pick up a treat of some sort,
Yes.
not just coffee.
And that is something else that they do too. And
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do this, but Dr. Keene, you interviewed me for one of my first jobs over 25 years ago, opening up Oak Trace Elementary. And so it's also very special for me to be here tonight, but just to extend my business here in Westfield.
Okay. You're permitted to do that. So, any other questions? With that, I'm looking for a motion on this item.
Motion to approve 2508 VU 03 with the conditions noted in the variance application.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, Larry seconds. Motion and a second. Any further questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr. Clarino,
Yes,
Mr. Plummer,
Yes.
Dr. Keene.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, now I need to move on to findings of fact. I need a motion on findings of fact.
I'll make a motion to approve the findings of fact
Is there
for,
a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Buller,
yes.
Mr. Clarino,
yes,
Mr. Plummer. Yes. Dr. Keene.
Yes,
Motion is approved.
you're good forever. Moving on to the next item, which also requires a public hearing. Only one U, but it still requires a public hearing. Or variance of development standard for modifying a minimum lot size. So this is Ryan. And before you speak, Ding, you want to tell everybody here, because we found out at APC, Ryan doesn't look old enough to be this, but you want to tell everybody about Ryan? He's now isn't he now?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, Ryan, I forgot, it was made clear at the last meeting that Ryan is now a graduated to senior associate planner from his original title of associate planner, so he has been promoted, so. Forgot about that.
He's a senior.
Thank you all.
Huge pay raise. Yes.
Staggering.
Now on to business.
Good evening, members of the board. For the record, Ryan Collingwood with the Community Development Department. The item before you this evening is a petition for multiple variants of development standards in order to construct a detached storage barn on the property. The property is comprised of about 1 acre and is located at 19536 Justin Morgan Drive. And it is zoned within the AGSF1 agricultural/single-family rural zoning district. Development standard variances included within the petition request also involve variances to bring the existing lot into compliance with the controlling regulations of the UDO. The petitioner is requesting to modify the minimum lot size standards of the AGSF1 district. In addition, the US 31 overlay regulations are also requested to be waived from this petition. Specific to just the construction of the proposed structure itself, the petitioner is also requesting to encroach into the southeastern and southwestern side yard setbacks in order to construct the accessory structure in the provided location. This item has been properly noticed and advertised. Staff has not received any public comments to date. The petitioner is present this evening. I don't believe they plan on to make any sort of presentation for you guys, but they are available for questions. Thank you.
No presentation, let's go ahead right into the public hearing and then see if there are any questions from members of the board. It is now 7:19. I will open the public hearing.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, my name is Michelle Sig. I live in Morgan Woods. I live in Justin Morgan Drive. This is the corner. I am actually, hold on, I can tell you the lot number. Lot 22. They are lot 29. Sorry, lot 29. And the issue that we have, a lot of the neighborhood, I'm speaking on some of the neighbors, we don't have an HOA, so this is just our neighbors. The concerns that we have is that the property itself is plenty large already to place a structure like that. We feel like they don't need any extra space. The lot itself, on the one side is 169 feet long, the other one's 182. And if you go to their property, their house is well in advance of any space they already would need. They already have 2 storage units and a swing set, and I know they could still work within that space. It would be possible. They also do have a very large driveway that almost looks more like a parking lot. So again, we feel they have plenty of space in the existing space that they have. The other thing we have is that I know we're also not here for this, but like I mentioned, there already is storage on the property. The other thing is the buffering from the neighbors is very important to us in Morgan Woods, as we are a wooded community. And from our neighbors, especially the one would be the south of the property, that's their front of the house, that's their driveway into their property, so they're already looking into their backyard. So to have the back of that every time you drive home, some people may not like that, and I know my neighbor is not liking that as a preference. And then the other thing is, as a note, we already know our neighborhood is receiving a lot of different pressures of development, and we are trying to mitigate that as a neighborhood. But as many may know, we've been around since at least my house was built in 68 to 70. So the original commitments that they had to the city, at one point in time, I guess in 96, they expired because they didn't know they had to renew them, but there were actually no structures that were ever allowed before. So we still have some of those original homeowners, so their expectation has had to change over the years. So anyway, we are hoping that this gets denied. Thank you.
We have not received any additional comments from the,
No information
Digital.
from email? No other people should speak? Okay, then I will close the public hearing at 7:22. Members of the board, questions?
So looking at the rendering, can you pull the rendering up, if you would? Which way, if I guess, is this facing, is the entry facing towards the house? The doors are facing towards the
would the
house?
petitioner step forward so the questions can be?
Yep.
Yes, to answer the question, the doors will be facing the house. Also, if I might add, I'm not asking to build something on someone else's property. I think that's what I was hearing. The building will be on my property. And the driveway that she speaks of, they will not see that barn. And then, as far as the barn, yes, she's correct. I do have 2 other storage facilities, but one of them has been totally demolished by fallen trees. It's a metal barn. The other one is a metal barn as well. Well, I already lost quite a bit of money due to the damage done by the trees. So I wanted to build something stronger that would withstand a tree, maybe, a lot better than a steel barn. And then she speaks of we, but I hear one voice. No one's talked to me. I'm not trying to infringe on anyone. As a matter of fact, my plan is, once it's constructed, this is the oldest house in the neighborhood. And at one time, you couldn't even see the house there were so many trees. And everybody loved that, from what I've been told. I like that too. And I've had 2 or 3 years of surgeries preventing me from even doing anything to my property. My son is home for the summer. He's here to help. And because I don't like the way it looks now, I know my neighbors probably don't appreciate it either. I have a lot of stuff under tarps because I'm waiting for this to be able to put it all away. And then the final part of this project is to plant enough trees to where you're not going to see it anyway. And to continue into my front yard, you're not even going to see the front of my house either when the project's all done. So that's my desire. I don't need anybody seeing into my property. That's the way it was in the beginning, and that's the way I would like to see it when the project's all done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Other questions?
The public hearing's been closed. The public hearing is closed.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions from up here? Any comments from staff? No? Could we put up on the screen the exact things that we take into consideration when making a decision? You just look at the things on there. These are the things that we take into account when we're making a decision that comes before us. And number one, approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. Number three, strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. And so those are the things that we deal with. So I wanted to make sure that the public was aware of that. So with that, no further questions. I'm looking for a motion on this particular item.
I do have a question. It actually refers to number 3. Why does the building have to be, in the setbacks and not, in front of the setbacks in a legal position?
Petitioner?
Thank you. Due to the length, the further I move it north, then the closer it's going to be like to the back porch. So I was trying to keep some distance between the two.
Yeah. But does that materially affect, I can see it's a convenience for you, but, why should, what's the reason that, is that the only reason you want to get in the setback? Because it looks nicer from your point of view. Is that correct?
No, not necessarily. I wanted to keep it in front of the drainage because there's water runoff that's back there. So it's always soft. So from the property line, I went and measured in 16 feet. And then from there, I measured how far it would go up towards the house. It's not an issue to bump it closer to the house, but that's not what my objective was. I wanted to keep it to where it wasn't directly on top of the patio, because that patio wanted to extend it out just a little bit and then take it down the side of the house.
Okay.
It's just the way the terrain is right through there, that ground. I don't want to disturb any of it because I don't want to disturb any water runoff. I can't move it any more to the left because that's where a lot of it gathers. You can see in that corner, it's kind of, I can see from the aerial, it looks discolored and. So, yeah, there are other barn, but those steel barns, like I said, one of them's completely gone, I had to tear it apart. The other one is in a bad spot. I want to just totally remove that and put the barn, the stronger one there. It's no different than what you're seeing now. You see that big structure, that storage barn. I mean, I have pole barns in my neighborhood, and I didn't hear anybody say anything about those, so I just need a stronger building to protect Mom's crafts and, you know, all her keepsakes that we've had together for like 50 years now. So, I mean, I don't want to put stuff like that out there, but she does have some things that we do store. And I need to be a safe structure for that type of stuff. I've talked to her about it too, and she's just pretty much agreeing that that is the best spot for that. Which I went 16 feet from the property line.
I have a question, fact finding. I do not know the answer to this. Is this neighborhood on well and septic, or is it on water and sewer?
Sewer.
Okay.
I already had them out to look, just so I would know where all those type of things were at.
And you did say that you would be putting trees behind this so that the people who are turning in would not, obviously you're not putting in mature trees, you're putting in smaller trees, but as they mature, it'll block pretty much the whole thing off again?
When they turn into their driveway, they don't see any of my property.
Okay.
I will note that that is not currently a condition of approval, and it would be hard to quantify that regardless at this time. So just FYI.
Any other questions?
I mean, you can see their driveway. That's mine. Come down to the next, right there. That's their driveway. And I love Myrtle and Bill. If they had an issue, they could talk to me. They know they can talk to me. And I would work with them for sure, because they're my neighbor. But that's why I did what I did, and I posted the sign, and I mailed out the letters, and I'm an open book. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. But nobody talked to me. Just people would go by and make comments to my son. Well, that's my son. He doesn't have the answers. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm looking for a motion on this particular item.
Motion to approve 2508 VS10 with the conditions noted in the staff report.
Is there a second?
I'll make a second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further comments from board members? Please call the roll.
Mr. Clarino.
Yes.
Mr. Plummer. Yes. Dr. Keen.
Yes.
Mr. Buller.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now I need a motion on findings of fact.
I'll make a motion of findings to approve findings of fact.
Motion for
I'll
findings-
second.
We have a second. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Clarino.
Yes.
Mr. Plummer. Yes. Dr. Keen.
Yes.
Mr. Buller.
Yes.
Findings of fact are approved.
Okay, on to the last item on our agenda. Item 2508-VS-11, requiring a public hearing from Central Indiana Insulation. Dane, this one's yours.
Good evening, members of the, excuse me. Good evening, members of the board. For the record, Dane Crabtree with the Community Development Department. The item before you this evening is a variance of development standard request for the property at 1030 East 169th Street, which is home to the Central Indiana Insulation Company. They were requesting a variance to encroach 4 feet into the eastern 40-foot yard building setback to accommodate a proposed building expansion. The development plan, which is already on file with the Community Development Department, has already been through the Technical Advisory Committee as well. As one can see from the location map, the property is a corner lot, which means that the property has 2 front yards, one along 169th Street and the other along Westfield Park Road. As such, the UDO's front yard setback standards are required to be met in both instances. This item has been properly noticed and advertised. The department has received no comments. Members of the petition are present this evening and virtual if there are questions, but there is no presentation planned. Thank you.
Okay. With that, I would then open this particular item up for the public hearing at 7:35 PM.
We have no public comment at this time.
We have no comments, so I will close the public hearing at 7:38. Any questions from members of the board? None? I need a motion then on item 2508.
I'll make the motion that we approve item 08,
Okay.
2508, yeah, 3S11.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Plummer? Yes. Dr. Keen?
Yes?
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
Mr. Clarino?
Yes,
Motion carries.
Need findings of fact on this particular item?
Motion to approve findings of fact for 2508 VS11 with the conditions noted in the staff report.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
A motion and a second. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Plummer?
Yes.
Dr. Keen?
Yes?
Mr. Buller?
Yes.
And Mr. Clarino?
yes.
Findings of fact are approved.
That concludes all of the items we have on our agenda for tonight. And we'll move on to the next item. Which is the Advisory Plan Commission Liaison, which is me, and I have to find the agenda, because we did do a lot. I'm having trouble finding the agenda. Oh, here we go.
July, there you go. Yeah, keep going.
Jeez, okay. August 4th. Okay. We got a lot of items on the agenda, consent items, improvements at Simon Moon Park, approve the trailer at what would be Monon Trail Elementary School. August 4th, yep. And then public hearing items, there's no item, other items of business, so there are public hearing items. Item at Chatham Hills, there's a, off of Lindley Farm Road, there's 11.9 acres. I think this is the one that goes from 4 additional houses that are put on here on very large lots, kind of between 38 and Chatham Hills. It's good, probably a really good use of the property, and it's really nice. Lanterns Commons, there's a really, this is going to be interesting to follow this one. Nice development down Union and 161st Street. It's really, after you make that turn on Union and then you make a left, it's all that property on the right. There'll be some residential units and some commercial, but they've really got it laid out, the retail laid out a nice way with some public meeting areas outside. It looks really pretty nice, but it'll be next, September will be at a work session, so we'll see where it goes from there. And
That thing's been planned for a couple of things, right, over the years?
Oh, it was supposed to be a retail, small little retail
Yeah.
thing, but this is just east of where the upscale hotel's gonna be.
Okay.
So the road between them so they're trying to work together on that.
Okay.
And then as Westfield Boulevard is finished up by Roush and you come down,
Yes.
you have ways to turn off of that to get into this also. So it's progressing, but there were a lot of questions still about some of the smaller items. So that was it from the Plan Commission. Any staff member comments?
I do not have any at this time. We will have a meeting in September.
We will have a meeting in September. All right. With that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn, is there a second? Second. You need to call the roll.
Yeah. Dr. Keen,
Yes?
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr. Clarino,
Yes.
Mr. Plummer. Yes. We're adjourned at 7:41.
How's that hip, Larry?
4 days out, we're doing just fine. Well, 5 days now.
You
Got it done Thursday morning, it's doing pretty well.
can you get up